Hello everyone, this is Sam from DATEC Studios. In this series of tutorials, I want to introduce selections in 3D Studio Max. There are many types of selection in 3ds Max, such as select based on object, by name, color, similarity, instantiation, layers, hierarchy, and more. Also, selection based on subobject like in editable poly by vertices, edges, polygons, edge count, loop and ring, random selection by ID or so. Other selections like selection set by material, by type, filter selection, and many others feature in 3D Studio Max available. In any drawing or graphic software, selection is important, and usually accuracy and speed are two main factors of that. Alright, let's start. For example, I maximize my perspective viewport by pressing Alt or Option W and creating a sphere. As you see, my geometry have name and color. Generally, based on similarity or any specific identity, you could select objects. For example, I clone this sphere based on instance type, for example 3 more, and shift drag to make more copy. But for my new sphere, I changed the color. Alright, if we go to the edit menu, we have many features for selection. For example, as you see here, select all by pressing Ctrl or Command A, select none or deselect, and select invert. If I press Ctrl or Command A or select all your objects in the scene will be selected. Of course, if I go edit menu again and select none or press Ctrl or Command D, everything will be deselected. Let's assume I selected these 4 spheres by purple color. If I go edit menu again and select invert or press Ctrl or Command I, your current selection will be deselect and others will selected. Some selections depend on your current selection. For example, as you see, my select similar and select instances are grayed out because you didn't select any type of object. I select one of my spheres in the scene and now going to edit, and as you see we have select similar. If I press Ctrl or Command Q or select similar, all geometry same type will be selected, and because in this scene I have only a sphere, so all my objects selected. Allow me to create other type of geometry, for example few box. Alright, now again I select one of my spheres, edit, and select similar. As you see, only my spheres selected and my boxes does not selected. Also, while I was cloning my objects, all my objects in this scene are instances. All spheres instances together and all my boxes also are instance. Which does mean if I select each of my spheres and for example increase the radius, all my spheres radius will change with similar value. Alright, now I'm going to edit menu and we have select instances. If I select, as you see, all instance objects are selected. Let's more try with boxes. I select one of my boxes and going to edit and select instance. That's so easy. All right. Go to edit menu again. We have also here select by. As you see, select by name, which shortcut is H. Well, I will introduce in a minute. Select by layer and select by color. If I select by color and click any objects, for example, this purple sphere here, all objects with similar color will select it. Note that the colors should be exact value. Again, I'm going to edit menu again, select by color. This time I select one of my boxes. Because these 4 boxes and these 4 spheres have similar color, so all of them selected. If you press H or from edit menu select by name, your select form scene dialog box will be open. This dialog box have many features which I will explain some part of them in other videos, but just for now let's focus on by name sorted here. So I will expand that. As you see, this is my current default layer, and you will see all your objects here. Box from 0, 1 to 4 and spheres from 1 to 8. Like your operator system, you could select one of them. If you hold down the shift and click other side, you will select a range of sequential selection, or if select one of them and hold on the control or command key, you could select non-sequential objects. Now I press OK. As you see, my objects based on name selected. I could press H or select this icon here, select by name. Also, you could type the name. For example, my spheres started with letter S, P, H. So I type S, P, H. As you see, your objects filtered out here. Only objects started with these first 3 letters. Or for example, B, all objects named started with box. Let's move on from this dialog box for now. Also, we have layer. I brought out my layer toolbar here and my Scene Explorer closed. So I press X button and type Scene and select Scene Explorer. In Scene Explorer also you have access to your objects, filters, and here generally we have 2 types of display. Here sort by hierarchy and sort by layer, which I usually prefer to select by layer. As you see, it is very similar to select by name dialog box. So we have a layer here. I will open that, and again you will see all objects in this current layer. I could again select them or deselect them or even hide them or freeze them. Alright, one of very simple and very useful for especially big scenes are selection set. Imagine I would to like have these 3 objects here as one selection, but not separated layer or group. I just need a selection. So first of all, I select them by select first object, hold down the control or command and select other objects. My selection toolbar is here. If you don't see these parts, just simply right click in any empty area on toolbar and enable main toolbar. In the selection set, while your objects are selected, simply type the name you want. For example, I said selection _01 and press enter or command key. I select other 3 objects and give a new name, selection _02. And note that you could create new selection with combination of other selection. I could, for example, select these 2 also to add new selection set. And I said select selection _03 and press enter. Alright, now click any empty area to deselect. If I open this selection set list, as you see, we have 3 selection named here: selection 01, selection 02, and selection 03. If you need to edit or modify your selection set, simply click Manage Selection Set to open your selection set dialog box. Now you could here simply choose your selection, remove them or add them, or transfer your selections between each other. For example, I don't want to box 01 be in my selection 01 anymore, so I select it and remove it. Now if I select selection 01, only these 2 spheres are here. Also note that this selection set works in SubEdit Parts like editable poly or mesh. For example, I select this sphere, convert it to editable poly, going to polygon mode, and start selecting some surfaces. I could here also give name, for example, ring 01, ring 02. Now, anytime if I select my current object and enable polygon, you could simply select your selection set from this toolbar. It is very useful and increase your working speed. To finish this video, I want to mention one more selection, which I mean selection by parent and child. Allow me to delete all other objects except these 4. These 4 spheres are independent. If I use the link tool and describe linking and make them child of each other, so I have the parent here and child level 1, 2, and 3. Allow me to make them all unique. Yes. If I start moving, as you see, all my objects start moving. Also for next child and going deeper and deeper. If I start to transform something like scale, also will affect too. Alright, so this is my parent and first level child, second level, and third level. If you want to move selection between the parents and child, you could simply select one of them. If you press page up, you will go one level higher in the hierarchy, and page down will move deeper in this hierarchy level. Which if I select my schematic view from toolbar, allow me to move here, as you see, we have sphere 1 as a parent and child level 1, sphere 2, sphere 3, and sphere 4. Okay. If I double click simply on my parent, as you see, all childs selected. Let's do that again for level 1. So simply by pressing double click on any level, all sub levels will select it too. Also, it's work with combination of shortcut control or command and page down. If I select level 2 and hold on control or command and page down, you could select all sub objects. For example, I could select them all and enable rotation transform and select use pivot point center, and as you see, it's moving very organic, soft, based on hierarchy levels. That's enough for this video. In the next video, I will describe more selections, especially in sub-object modes like editable mesh or editable poly. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos.